This is a wheel horse lawn ranger that I acquired a while ago. I think it's a 1969 or 1967 model, I can't remember. But it had a 6 horsepower Tecumseh motor on it. The motor wasn't feeling too good and I didn't feel like spending money on repairing it, so I just bought a new one. 11 horsepower Briggs & Stratton, the updraft carburetor. And as you can see, it just barely squeaks itself under the hood. I had no room for the muffler or the air filter, so I brought those outside of the hood. In the 6 horsepower model, the muffler was right inside there, as was the air filter right under the front grille. The pulley on the engine sticks out farther because the engine is bigger. So I fabricated this jack shaft here with 2 pillow block bearings and a 1-inch keyed shaft. And I ran a short belt from the engine pulley down to this jack shaft with a tensioner here. And from there I drove the transmission pulley with this belt, which was closer in, and there's the transmission pulley down right there, much closer to the body than this pulley is. I've also got 2 more grooves here if I wanted to replace the mower deck or drive any other implements. I also fabricated this belt cover here. The cover that was originally on it was about the same, but it came out further, and I didn't want to hack that one up, so I made another one out of sheet metal, and I don't know if you can see the joints. I cut it and bent it. Used the same mounting bolts. It's got a 3-speed geared transmission with reverse, first, second over there, and third there. Third gear can pop wheelies if you're going fast enough on the engine. Pretty cool, pretty dangerous. Here's the throttle I got set up here. I don't have the choke hooked up yet. This motor is an electric start, which is pretty cool. Here's the start button, the on-off, and fuel shut-off over there. You can get another look at the bearings. I had to cut the bearings down a little bit on these mounting flanges here because it interfered with the engine over here. It also interfered with the steering gear. There, you can see this thing was a pretty tight fit. It took me a while to figure out where to put everything. Originally the battery was mounted right here, but I had no space for a battery. Here's my external air filter, which I think is pretty cool. I kind of modeled it after bigger farm tractors. It's got a piece of flexible vacuum hose, 2-inch, attached on with a hose clamp to the carburetor, and I built this little bracket. I have a piece of rubber there in between to kind of absorb any vibration. And I have it bolted onto this tube where there's the air filter. Luckily enough, the gas tank filler cap almost comes into the same position on the hood. I had to open the hole up on the hood a little bit. I don't quite like making modifications to original sheet metal like that, but nothing else I could do. Overall, a pretty fun machine. And the last thing I'm going to do to it, I built this battery box. I just painted it. Hope it's dry. Battery box. I'm going to mount it up externally somewhere around here to hold the battery. I was going to put the battery under the seat, but there isn't enough space, so kind of reminiscent of larger farm tractors like Farmalls and others. They have the battery kind of on the side of the engine. I also could put the box somewhere around here, maybe. I don't know. I don't want it too close to my legs or my body, though. I like to keep it a little further away. My future plan is to maybe do some pulling with it, some competitive pulling. Maybe put some weights on the rear end or something, and I don't know. We'll see what happens. Right now it's just a fun tractor, and maybe I'll just mow lawns with it. Who knows? That's it. That's the Wheel Horse Lawn Ranger with an 11-horse Briggs & Stratton motor.